welcome everyone to this emergency press briefing from the Office of the Prime Minister as we draw closer to the Declaration Convention come December 2nd. Join me as I welcome the Prime Minister of the Biafran government, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, His Excellency Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. Prime Minister, over to you, sir.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Good evening, followers, lovers of freedom, and friends of Biafrans. I welcome every one of you this evening as you continue to follow up and observe step by step the history that the Biafra people are making in this 21st century. My fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom that are all here today to listen to this emergency space briefing, I want you to understand that we must not allow evil to strive. In the absence of good people, the evil people will strive, and the life and property of our longer be secured and safe. Please, whoever that is calling me should stop calling. Am I coming out clear?
Very well, sir.
Thank you very much. My fellow Biafrans, as we dream for peace, remember that for us to achieve our aim of having lasting peace in our land, the good men must be ready to commit great violence upon evil men. And that's exactly what we are doing today. All of you that are fighting the terrorists of Nigeria with me, you are the good men. And I want you to understand that you are doing the right thing and you are on the right track. It is only when the good men remain silent that the evil will strive. Today, the Biafra people have chosen not to remain silent. The killings, animosity that the Biafra people have witnessed for many decades is coming to an end. It is not going to come to an end very easily. We have been fighting and fighting since 1967 officially. And today, this is the 20th or 21st of October 2024. We are still fighting. Over 50 years. Israel got independence many years ago, decade ago. Israel is still today fighting for peace. We are surrounded by enemies who doesn't love us. The enemies that hated us, and what did the Britain do? They joined us forcefully together with these enemies who don't like our religion, who don't like our culture, who don't like our ways of life, who don't like anything about us, who mock our dialects, they mock our languages, they mock our name, everything about us they hate. And for that reason, this generation that Simon Ekpa is very proud to be part of have risen up to break the chains and free our older generation that are still alive and the unborn generation that is to come. I repeat again, peace will always remain a dream and can only be achieved when good men and women are ready to commit a great violence upon the evil men. Biafra have agreed and ready, they have been doing that, making sure that a great violence is meted upon the enemy that have been killing us for decades. And this violence is in self-defense. I want you people to understand many things that you don't know about Biafrans. And I'm going to use Igbo-speaking Biafrans for this scenario. While the other people in Nigeria enjoy something in common, conquests by killing and using violent or military strategies. It is only the Biafra people that have demonstrated to be peaceful. But in our peacefulness, we remain lions and lionesses that can never be conquered, and the enemy have tried severally and failed. We are no longer fighting to remain Nigerians. The difference is very clear. In the past, Biafrans fought to defend their land against conquest. And I want you to understand that this conquest is not just about the Fulani, Usman Dan Fodio, but there are also the Oyo Empire conquests. They took their sword and armory to other parts of the neighboring African countries because they know that Biafran, the eastern region of the Niger area, is a no-go area. We protected our land with our culture and the gods of our land. That was the weapon we used. Defile everything scientists manufactured things that only the West has the power and the mental capability to manufacture. We refined oil with wood. Today, building oil refinery costs billions of dollars. We refine oil without a refinery. Do you understand the light you carry as a Biafran? When they tell you it is Igbo, it is Igbo, that is the spirit of divide and rule. I am here to tell you today, it is not just about Igbo, but it's about Biafra. It does not matter who gives you the name Biafra. What matters is that everyone who is an indigenous person, habitant in the old eastern Nigeria, is in agreement with the name Biafra. The enemies have used many propaganda in order to poison the mind of our people. What is Biafra? What do you know about Biafra? Who bring the name Biafra? And I'm here to tell you this evening. During the war, the entire people of the old eastern Nigeria that made up Biafra came together, refined oil, build weapons. So when they tell you Igbo, Igbo, so that your head will get big, debunk it. It was not just Igbo, it was the entire Biafra people. Effiong was part of it. Of course, when we begin to talk about the lineage and the origin, everybody come and originated somehow from the Igbo-speaking Biafrans. But that's not where we are going to today. I want you to understand that while these other dangerously diversified groups were expanding their territory by conquest, by killings, maiming, Biafrans that are known to be very peaceful people, even as peaceful as we are, our land, the old eastern Nigeria, was a no-go area. Ask yourself why. Because our forefathers understood the power they possess. The Biafra people historically expanded through gradual migration, moving from their heartland in the old eastern Nigeria to a new area in search of fertile land for farming, water sources, and trade opportunities, while others were coming with horses and chariots and cows to kill, maim, and take over land. Biafrans were merely relocating for trade. The migration was often, not just often, but all the time, very peaceful. We go and we buy land to establish new settlement, which is buying land, building your house as a Biafran. Majority will say the Igbo-speaking part of Biafra. These people that we are all proud of did not just have a centralized military force like the Oyo empires did, which is today they settled in many, many countries in West Africa by invasion. So their expansion was not characterized by large scale of migration. Rather, it was characterized by the scale, welfare, and territorial conquest. While the Biafra people expansion were not characterized by large scale of welfare and territorial conquest, rather by investment. Biafra community acquired land by negotiating with neighboring groups and establishing mutual beneficial relationship. I want you to understand that when they tell you that Igbos or Biafras are in Kano, in Lagos, I want to address that issue today. The difference. When they tell you you are doing business in Kano, why can't the Fulani come to your land? You have places there, you build a house there. I want to explain it tonight before I actually address the reason for this broadcast, which is the civil disobedience of the Biafra people. In many cases, Biafra settlers would have to integrate with the local population, adopting and influencing cultural practices through peaceful interaction. It is only Biafran that can go to your land and speak your language, embrace your culture, behave like you, just to be peaceful and accommodating. This particular practice attracts sharply with other ethnic group getting envious of our culture and way of life. I want you to understand that it is only the Biafra people that has what we call the land tenure and the farming system. It is the most prosperous process and system in land procurement. Practice anywhere in the world, Biafrans have the best structure and system of land tenure. And I will explain it to you. The Biafra people have traditionally practiced communal land ownership, where land was not owned by individual. Are you aware of that? we actually set up what many governments in the world today are practicing. Before the coming of the white man, the people already have a system in Biafra called the land tenure system, where land was not owned by individuals but held in trust by the community or extended families. As I'm talking to you today, even with the bastardizing of our culture and way of life, this land tenure system still strongly exists within the Biafra land today. This communal approach allowed for the equitable distribution of land among members of the families. And as the population grew, new settlements were founded to accommodate the expansion of, as the family expand. Today, the system of the nomadic of Nigeria terrorist state has bastardized our land tenure system, where the only target of the Nigeria terrorist state is to use the government that was not voted in by the people to grab the land from the Biafra communities. And I am telling you today, this land grabbing is happening only in Biafra territory, not nowhere else. Only in Biafra territory. Do you know why? They used these puppet governors, politicians, to continue to destroy everything that defined the Biafra people. And one of them is the land tenure system, where governor who was not elected by the Biafra people to represent them will be used by the Fulanis to continue to grab land and begin to assign land to people who are aliens without due process, without the approval of the people. I want you to understand how the culture, the peace that we enjoyed, our forefathers enjoyed, have been destroyed. Because land, ownership, and the tenure system was the basic and the base and the foundation of peace in Biafra territory. Today, it has been destroyed by Nigeria system. And that's why as soon as Biafra become an independent state, we fall back to the land tenure system, where the people will be at peace, where you will not go and start killing your fellow brother or your fellow neighbor because of land. The Boundary Commission will go to work to make sure everyone understood the boundary and they know where their boundary ends. But today, what do you get? You will get governor telling you that land has been taken and they are going to use their appointed traditional rulers. Have you ever heard where traditional rulers are being appointed by governors? What's happening? It is happening in Biafra land. This is alien to us. It is only in the Fulani nomadic system that they appoint emir politically. That system they have brought to our land, where ordinarily the oracle of our land, the oracle that protected our land from the external invasion, the oracle that protected our land from the Oyo Empire, the oracle that protected our land from the Usman Danfodio, the oracle that protected our land from the conquest of the British Empire, that oracle was also responsible for appointing who becomes the traditional ruler of each community. Today, tell me anywhere in Biafra land where oracle appointed traditional ruler. everywhere, our culture has been destroyed by Nigeria state. That's why there are chaotic everywhere. That's why there are crises everywhere. That's why there are insecurity everywhere. Because the land, the spirit and the gods of our land has been destroyed. Maybe not completely destroyed, because a spirit is something that you can destroy. And that particular gods of our land has possessed the entire Biafra liberation and the Biafra agitation today. Where we go to where there are no doors and there will be door. Where we go to where there is no road, there will be road. Where we will go to where others have attempted to go and nobody responded to them, and we go there and they responded to us. Where we go to where there is no road before, where people have struggled, the IPOB criminals, the Nigeria pressure group criminals have tried several times to go. We just went there and come out victoriously, and everybody is happily welcoming us. Where they were chased away, we go there today and they welcome us with love. Oh, why somebody will be calling me, Matthias, stop calling me. Honestly, I want to tell everyone, if you are a Biafra and you are in this agitation, do not call whenever distracting me. Somebody should call Matthias. Need to be blocked.
You need to put your phone on do not disturb mode. Enable do not disturb mode. So that any call that comes in will not interfere with what you're doing.
So, this particular culture that have seen the success that we enjoy today, we are targeted by the Fulani Usman Danfodio oligarchy. That's all. But you know what? We have come to restore it. So, in the pre-colonial era, Biafra land acquisition was largely tied to agricultural need. You don't need any land for anything in Biafra land. You only need land for farming, as farming was cornerstone of the Biafra society. And you know what they do today? That's why they will tell you, do you ever see anybody going to Biafra land to build a house? Do you see any Igbo? No, Igbo don't give people their land. They understand this very well. Have you not heard about it in social media? You know, some of you will be hearing these people lamenting on social media. You do not understand. And then you will be asking them, did you come to build? And we say no. Did you come to buy land? And we say no. You don't understand what their forefathers told them. But we do. The post-colonial expansion in the post-colonial era, Biafra people continue to expand, particularly in urban centers, with the rise of cities and growth of commerce. Many Biafra people migrated to different parts of Nigeria, acquiring land, not coming with AK-47 like you see today, not coming with machete like you see today. They acquired land and property in regions far from their traditional homeland. Unlike in the past, this expansion was driven more by economic opportunity and modernization than by agricultural need. So, when they tell you that Igbos are doing business in Lagos, Igbos are doing business in Kano, and so therefore you have to come to Biafra land, tell them we are not against you coming to Biafra land. But when you come to Rome, you behave like Rome, Romans. When we are in your land, we buy it. We build and develop it. We don't come with AK-47 to cause sorrow to your women and children. The same narrative was told about the blood money rituals. When we were not present in the media, they have used this to sell the narrative, how Igbo people love money. Every person that made money is a ritualist. Today, there is social media. Every blessed day, you will see somebody carrying head of people, cut off their head in the name of money ritual. There has never been one case of money ritual reported in Biafra land for the past 5 years. But every day, every blessed day, you will see in Oyo, you will see in Ogun State, you will see in other part of Yoruba land where people are being killed for rituals. Yet, they were the one controlling the media, telling you how Igbos use their mother and father for money rituals. These were lies that were told, and many believed it. My fellow Biafrans, the Biafra government has come to stay to restore peace, sanity, and the dignity of the Biafra people. I am very, very happy that I am part of this generation, defiling everything to make our dream and the future a reality. You can see that now they came and pushed one idiot to make a video using Biafra government to make a video of sit at home. And let me tell you, a lot of people have told me, oh, call it off. Announce that it is not, there is no sit at home. The message have gone viral because and only because they have used the Biafra government and Biafra Liberation Army. And they say Biafra government and Biafra Liberation Army is launching armored tanks on the 21st and 22nd. Tomorrow they will tell you, oh, Simon Ekpa want to launch an armored tank on the 22nd. Where is it? We did not announce it. Anything you did not hear from me doesn't exist. But you know what? We have sat back to observe the potency of the Biafra government, and I am overwhelmed. Just by somebody using Biafra government to make a video, look at what it has generated. That is to show you the entire Biafra people are in agreement with anything Biafra government says. Anything Biafra government says, it does not matter from which quarter, from whom it is coming from. Once it is Biafra government, it goes. And because there has been a lot of confusion when we did not address it properly. Because we have a lot of things going on. So we are not going to be addressing every Tom and Jerry that comes on social media. We pick those ones we're going to address. So because it has gone viral, many people, many schools have already changed their schedule for tomorrow, which is the 22nd of October. The Biafra government has resolved to let it be. And what that means is that if you want to stay at home, if you have come across the message, you stay. If you want to go out, you go out. We will announce officially the sit at home that is coming when we are ready. And if they like, they should make another video and say, oh, next tomorrow is another sit at home. We will ignore them. And once Biafrans have responded, we will also keep quiet. They don't know who they are talking with. We know the game they are playing. So this sit at home, a lot of people were calling me, Prime Minister, please announce there is no sit at home, announce this, announce that, oh, this. We will not stop people who want to sit at home. So if you have received the message and the clarification was not clear because they have used Biafra, if they have not used Biafra government, maybe they say, oh, the criminals want to sit at home. It's a different thing. But they have called Biafra government, called Biafra Liberation Army, claim we want to launch our armor tank just to, validate whatever nonsense. And that man will hear from us very, very soon. It does not matter where he is. So, by tomorrow, those who may have had the false alarm and decided to reschedule all the activities can go ahead and reschedule the activities and enjoy themselves. Why those who have heard from us that there is no sit at home from the Biafra government can go about their normal businesses. And I hope those who are concerned about tomorrow is now cleared. We will not call anything off. The thing have generated a lot of concern. But what we are going to say is that if you have had Biafra government making a disclaimer and you still, for those who did not hear it from us and have rescheduled your program tomorrow, you can go ahead and do as it pleases you. But then our 60 days lockdown of Biafra, Nigeria institution in Biafra land will be announced. We are working in accordance with our program for the Biafra Convention in Finland. So everything must be in accordance with what will favor the Biafra government and the interests of the Biafra people. We know what we're doing. The 60-day sit at home ought to have started, but then there is something that we are working on that needed to be fixed before anything like that. So I have come to clear this particular issue of sit at home tomorrow. So those of you who have listened to me and have heard that Biafra government did not declare it, but because they have used our name, used the government name to declare it, if you heard it and you did not hear our disclaimer today, you can go ahead and sit at home. But the one thing is that the Biafra Liberation Army will be minding their business tomorrow. They will be busy making sure that the terrorist state do not breed. That is their only job. So they'll be minding their business. And of course, we will make sure, as always, that Biafrans are protected. I know that many of them will be shocked with this particular announcement this evening because they didn't expect what I'm saying now. Today, Monday Sit at Home recorded very big compliance. And we thank Biafra people. We have not ended the Sit at Home on Monday, and we still have a long way to go till the December declaration and beyond. You have been trained to make sure that you understand what you are sitting at home for. It is for your freedom and for the freedom of everyone that is being detained, including the leader of the former indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. And today, Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. And Biafra government will continue to fight for him. They are thinking that we are going to abandon him. That's what you see playing out. Oh, let us do so that they will get angry and stop talking about Nnamdi Kanu. That's all they wanted to do. But we will keep quiet for a while. Then after that, we'll come again with the dragon fire. No matter what you see the Prime Minister of Biafra doing on social media, don't ever get carried away that I am distracted. Never. As I'm doing what I'm doing, there is a reason for everything I have done. And whatever I'm doing, I have a target. So do not think that those things that I'm posting, I'm just posting it for posting sake. No, I have a target. And it will stop very soon. Once I am done with what I'm cooking, I will stop. But for now, I will continue to swim the mood with the change and the Olosho very well until I will release the bomb. Then everybody will go and rest. Thank you very much, the honorable member of the Biafra Republic government that are listening here, and then also the media team. I welcome all of you. Can continue from here. I will be open for questions, of course.
How many minutes do you have, PM?
I will have the next. How many minutes have I spoken now?
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. We've been here for 51 minutes now. So you virtually spoke for like 45 minutes.
Okay, so let's go the next 20 minutes. And let question be very snappy so we can have a lot of people. 20 minutes. Please, Honorable Raphael, can you keep the time? 20 minutes.
Okay, my PM, sir.
Thank you to everyone for joining. Please, straight to the question. No waste of time. 20 minutes is 20 minutes. So, my Honorable Minister Ajare, the mic is to you now. Say something before we start picking the hands up, please.
Thank you, my boss. I appreciate you. Thank you, my able Prime Minister. Grace multiplied, sir. Fellow Biafrans, these 20 minutes, please let us make it count. Very important. As you're coming into the room, you raise your hands and then go straight to the point and ask questions that are relevant, especially with the season in which we are in, based on the convention, based on the topic our Prime Minister have, talked about. 60 seconds to each question. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And please do well to prioritize your microphone by raising your hand. So I start with Prince Emmanuel. Prince Emi Solo. Go ahead, Prince Emi Solo.
Yeah, good evening. Am I coming out?
Yeah, we can manage.
Okay, thank you, sir. My able Honorable Minister of Information, my able PM, good evening from here. I greet you all. My question is not much related to what our PM discussed here, but my question is for all this job our PM is doing for us. The thing is making me to ask myself, how are we sure that if Juna committed any offense on Biafrans? Because there is no media then. The way our people are fighting our PM, fighting everybody that are doing good things, is like we are going to do more investigation where Biafra comes on the Juna issue. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a very sensible one. It's a very, very sensible one. Like you see, let me use the current one that happened where all of you were part of. For example, the one they call Ucheme the same people are praising Ucheme for what he did when Mazen Kanu was arrested in Nigeria. It didn't end there. The same people, including Mazen Kanu, told you how Tompolo fought and hijacked ship and demanded his release. Now ask yourself, what happened after that? So what I'm trying to say is that you made a very valid point. If Mazen Kanu openly recognized the activities of Avengers, and today they see or he see them as his worst enemy as a result of these criminals that never wanted Biafra that surrounded him. You can judge by yourself about Ifejuna. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. We go to Starman. Starman, over to you.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, PM. It's an honor to be with you here tonight, and I wanted to ask you a question, something that I've been wondering about for quite a while now. Um, a few about 3 weeks ago, we started seeing a flurry of specific uh, figures among specific figures amongst the terrorists, the jihadists, that were being taken out by the Nigerian military. And I was wondering if that was some sort of orchestrated campaign or maybe even audio killings, because in this Nigeria, you're never quite sure. And I was curious whether that was an orchestrated campaign based on the fact that they want to look like they're, or to be seen like they're doing something, and if that was to garner some sort of optimism or something for recruitment, and what that meant long term with respect to what we're doing. And then
let me address this one. It's actually for those who believe them. They are all complete lies.
right.
I want you to understand that Shekau was killed more than 15 times. No, it is there. I'm not saying it. It is there. More than 15 times. So, including some of them that they bragged to have been killed. Most of them don't understand English, and the negotiator may not explain very well what is going on. So when they say they have killed them, they will come and brag that military are lying. Have you not seen it?
Yes.
But those who understand the Jimmy, they give them money. Those who understand the Jimmy, when they come to say they have killed them, they keep quiet. But those strong head like this, what is it called? The other one that was coming, that was bragging and saying that they did not kill him. That he is here. He's going to do this and do that. Because, he didn't understand the content of the agreement he has with them. And of course, maybe those who are close to him also may have influenced him to come out and debunk them. So he came out and debunked them. I remember that the people that are negotiating this thing is Gumi. Also remember that at a point, $200 million was paid to them. Do you remember? But Dambazu, when he was the defense, yes, Dambazu paid them $200 million. So you think after paying $200 million, they will go and kill them? It's not possible. And again, the people that are fronting them have what I call the Islamic agenda. And they have captured the entire north. The people that claim they killed the people, kill this one, kill that one, but are they not collecting taxes? Captured many places in the northern Nigeria. Have you not read it in the news? That some places are paying tax to them? That is officially Islamic State. Did you not also listen to Ned Nwoko? When Gulag, when they buried Gulag, he went there and they told them that this territory you enter now is Boko Haram territory, is Islamic State. Did you ever hear that in the news anyway? So, my brother, what they are saying are all lies. They kill nobody. They give them money to go and fortify themselves more, buy more weapons, and they keep quiet. The same thing is happening when they will come to it. If it is not the way we're exposing and reporting how the Biafra Liberation Army, we're dealing with them, they will be saying the same thing about Biafra Liberation Army. But let them announce it now. Let them just open their mouth and say they killed Biafra Liberation Army. Just that. It has never happened anyway. But they are falling every day. They come to kill us. Have you ever heard that? Oh, yes, Biafra Army. Never. But we are shouting it every day on social media. So ask yourself, why have they not announced about Biafra? Biafra Army will be engaging them, neutralizing them in their own barrack, in their own, the way they call barrack. Have you ever seen, even with the video, have you ever seen them come to say, yes, we have engaged Biafra army today and we'll kill them. So why are they focusing lately on announcing about the killing of Truji? Bello Truji also is still alive. And we remember the time of the Shakal. Remember that Shakal was, if he was killed by his own people. The same people, Boko Haram members he was fighting with, killed him, if actually he was killed. But you know how many times they announce they have killed a Shakal. Every time Shekau will come out and make a video, they will announce they have killed him. Every time they will come and again, after a few weeks, Shekau will come and make video, and they will say, is it not the person that they said they killed? How many times are they going to kill Shekau? It's the same thing, because Shekau was not, paying attention to the agreement, probably that his commanders were having with them. So he will come and make video, putting them on shame. So all this target is just for Biafra, nothing else. But like we are out for this. Like I said, if this fight against these terrorists is going to last decade, we are ready. After all, they have been killing us for many years. It is time to defend ourselves, but not just ordinary defense. The difference today is that we are not just defending ourselves, but we have every mechanism in place to defend and fight for freedom and demand recognition. You can't beat everything. I want you to, let me repeat it again. The difference today is that we have the guns they have, we have the weapons they have, we fight to defend ourselves, and using the defense of ourselves, we have conducted a referendum, which is the only most acceptable democratic process in the world. We will use that to generate a document in Finland during the convention, of which we are going to use to demand the recognition of Biafra. That's all. You can't beat everything. They can never. So we will fight to a point that everybody will say, Biafra, come to the table, let's talk and validate your nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And that is very, very reassuring. I'm sure a lot of people will be very reassured by that. Nigeria is still at their old tricks. But then one last question I also have had on my mind for quite a while. A few weeks ago, we also saw Tinubu in China. And I found myself wondering if there was any sort of arms negotiation or deals involved, and if there's any foreign countries, involved in trying to sell arms to Nigeria. And I found myself wondering this because around that time was when Obunigwe run on one of those their main armory. So I was also even wondering, but this last bit, if for strategic reasons you might not need to equal Kumakia, but I was wondering what if, because I was trying to find all the videos, what type of armor was that? Was it the Nkazru from China or Nkazru from Russia? Thank you.
We don't care where they are buying weapons from. What we care is that when they come, we kill as many as possible in self-defense. So if their weapon is more powerful than our own, good luck to them. Overall, the system. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, we move Citizen Dama, over to you.
Good evening, Honorable PM and the Minister of Information and his team. Honorable Prime Minister, what is your concept of Panafricanism and how does it align with your struggle and the concept of Africa's unity in diversity? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Africa unity in diversity can only be possible in a disintegrated Africa. Do you understand me? You have to disintegrate Africa and then form a united force. Just like the same thing Europe did. Nobody is asking questions. None of you, the educated ones or the researchers, are researching why is Europe progressing? Why is the European Union making progress? Have you ever asked yourself such question and go into research? I want to research on European Union. What European Union did that they have now stand out, above other nations. Let the people who call themselves researchers who parade these their big names and titles to go into work and do it and do the research. In the early 40s, Europe was a war zone. In the early 30s, 20s, Europe was a war zone. When you hear World War I, it was in Europe. When you hear World War II, it was in Europe. Even this same World War III that they are talking about is being fought by Europe. Now, the World War ended. Ask yourself, what did Europe do? That made them stand very, very tall. Sorry. Am I still coming out?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you. We can hear you.
So what did Europe do that they stand out very tall? And today, everybody is running to Europe, and nobody is, including those who call themselves professors. They are running to Europe for greener pasture. Do you know why? Because Europe disintegrated and they formed a formidable force. We live here. We know the system. That's why we are fighting, so we can be the Pan-Africanists, especially those who are very, very sensible, shouting Pan-Africanists, knows exactly why they are doing it. I am one of them. And the reason I'm doing what I'm doing is that Africa will get disintegrated and unite to become a formidable force. And of course, many of them will not accept that. So we are not going to the Pan-Africa to start fighting. We'll start from Biafra. Give us our freedom first. We are taking the freedom by force. In the oldies, Finland, Sweden were together. In the oldies, Scandinavia, all the countries that made up Scandinavia were all together. Many of them were part of Russia and USSR. Are you aware of that? And so what happened? What happened? They disintegrated. And after disintegration, they begin to form a formidable force called the European Union. Not only that, inside the European Union, they begin to form what they call Schengen state. They begin to form Schengen. And not every country in the European Union is a member of Schengen state. So you have to attain a certain level of decency in your country for you to be accepted into Schengen state. You know what it means? After disintegration, they begin to form a force called European Union. It didn't end in the European Union. They also formed a Schengen state where they have a single visa system. So with the Schengen visa, you can travel anywhere. But do you know one thing? Some of the people that are in the European Union are not even allowed to enter Europe, to enter Schengen state. Do you know that? Some of the people that are in Europe, that are not even in the European Union, but are in Europe, they are not allowed to enter Schengen state without meeting some certain requirement. That is the kind of the Pan-Africans that every sensible person is looking for. Disintegrate this nonsense, dangerous diversity, and let the people go on their way, develop themselves, and come together to form a formidable force for the benefit of every African. That is what Europe did. Why can't we do it? Thank you.
All right, we go to the next hand up. Onyechi Kamalu. Onyechi Kamalu, over to you.
Greetings to the Prime Minister of the People's Republic. Greetings to the Honorable Ministers of Biafran government in exile. Greetings to Biafrans all over the world, and greetings to lovers of freedom all over the world. My question to my dearest Prime Minister is, would Biafra be a West African country or a Central African country? I ask because West Africa is very terror inclined, and our Central African and Eastern African brothers behave more like us, whether religiously or culturally or even genetically. That's my first question, sir.
I think you know what is geography.
Yes, sir.
In the map, are we in the west or in the east?
Yeah, I was asking in terms of how integrated we are to the West or the Central Africa,
It is not.
which would be more beneficial
It is
to us.
not about the position of the Biafrans in the map. What matters is the orientation and the system of Biafra. It is not the map. It is not your position in the map that will change, the paradigm. Paradigm changes by the system of the government, which we are bringing better than any country in Africa. So at the end of the day, those people you want to be like, we begin to learn, and they want to be like you. Because we are bringing the civilization that is lacking in Africa completely. That's what we are bringing. So it is not the position of the map. And let me also tell you that as it is today, they call you Southeast. Are you Southeast? You are not Southeast, right? Look at the map of Nigeria. You are not Southeast. Southeast is Adamawa State. But they called you Southeast, and this idiot who claimed to be educated and the professors, they are all speaking English in Aso Rock. Nobody is asking question. How are you calling the Biafra people Southeast? Who made this thing possible? Who brought this name, and it gave to the people in the old Eastern Nigeria, and they say this is Southeast. And when you look at the map, it's not even in the east. In Eastern Nigeria, it is south. For crying out loud, they use south. The southern Nigeria, Biafra land is in the southern Nigeria, not southeast, not southwest, southern Nigeria. So I don't know whether the time of the naming of these things that the Fulani man in charge turned it upside down, and the southeast and the Biafra land become Adamawa. Because if you turn it upside down, you see that what I'm saying is the truth. Can you turn the Nigeria map upside down? You will see where Biafra is. It's actually in the southeast. If you turn it upside down. So maybe they turn the map upside down and the person did not know, and then they draw the equator and all that and give you a name. And nobody is debunking this thing. I don't know why nobody is talking. No, I mean, and they even give you south. Yet they know it was wrong. And every day they come to social media, they come to television house, and they fault how wrong it was to give some place south. South does not exist in geography, but they gave it and they accepted it. And it has become a global blunder. Who did it? Fulani. And you are a professor, you have doctors in your place, and none of these doctors rose up to challenge the impunity they have done with geography. They accepted it, and today some of them are telling you how they are south. We are not southeast, we are south. They give allocation, they give NDDC. All they are after is how to make money. They forget there is nothing like south, and they accepted it. So, my brother, it is not about the position you are in the map. It is about the system that changes everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. My second question
Please
about
hold on
the
before you go on. Hold on
abandon.
before you go on. My PM, we have exhausted the 20 minutes. We are using 1 extra minute. I don't know if you want to extend the time.
All right. I think he wanted to ask something. He said abandoned property.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask about the abandoned property degree, a tool used by Gowon to impoverish Biafrans after the war. Like my grandfather had properties in areas like Port Harcourt. I don't know if the Biafran government, those of us that suffered such losses, we can still reclaim or make official demands, and it will be recognized by the Biafran government.
Everything that has happened is a sacrifice. We are not revisiting that particular issue again. Under Biafra government, we have moved on, and God has blessed us more than those who were used to take our properties. I want you to understand that some Biafrans committed even more atrocities than those who took our properties. Are you not aware? Are you going to compare
I'm aware, sir.
the politicians that you have that is representing Nigeria today in Biafra land with those who took your properties? They have done worse than those who took your properties. So God has blessed us with the $20 or £20. we have been able to overtake many of those who took our property. So we're not revisiting that again. And that is the assurance that we have to give to every Biafran. So those thinking that we are coming to fight war internally for property that was abandoned, you are coming late. It's not going to happen. We'll move on, build a system that will work for everybody, where everybody will be happy. Nobody will remember property. Property of 1967, you want to begin to claim now. It's a bygone story. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you. How about Obi?
All right, one more question and then we go. Because a lot of people are here. And,
Okay, we pick win-win. Win-win, your hand is up.
Thank you. Good evening, my Prime Minister. Quick one. My question is, earlier this month, we saw the terrorist himself in Finland, probably trying to convince the Finnish government for something. And
I don't know. Let me stop you, because I don't know where you people are getting your information. Who told you they are in Finland? They did not come to Finland. The meeting was held in the United States during the UN General Assembly. So why are people going about to say they are in Finland? They're in Finland to do what? Let them come here and they will watch our horn.
Okay, and also that point was addressed by the Prime Minister in many of his outings. So let's take a different question. When do you have a different question, or we give the mic to another person?
no,
Biafra
give
is here.
the mic to another person. Thank you.
Yeah, Biafra is here. Go with your question.
Obatobie, good evening, sir.
Yeah, well.
Am I coming out?
You are coming out. I know the voice.
My chairman. Good evening, sir.
This is your voice.
Because I don't have much.
This your voice. Can you try to change your voice? Put Ugoke on, so that the voice will be cracking.
I don't know. People are saying that, but I want to go straight to my own question. My question is this Biafran app. I beg, when is it coming out? I can't wait any longer.
Don't worry, I promise you people that the app is coming. You know that when we do something,
because I don't see where you don't say you don't reach 100.
You don't reach 101 self.
So I beg, I don't know what the whole
no, it is coming. Believe me, before this month end, it will be out.
Okay, the month don't end already. Now don't they count from one?
Believe me, before this month end, it will be out.
Now.
Yeah, we are trying our best to make sure that we'll give you the best.
Okay, so that is my own question. Go on, sir.
All right, I think we're going to bring it to the end. So tomorrow, if you have not heard me, the Biafra government, you can sit at home. But if you have heard me, you can go about your business, and you are protected under Biafra government and the Biafra land. Nobody will touch you. Nobody will threaten you. You are the people we are fighting for. May God bless every one of you. From here, from me, is good evening. Airborne!
Airborne.
See everybody in Finland. In their word. The media team, if you people want, you can continue. I will just take a leave.
Okay, PM, maybe we should continue. Now, Sonny.
We rather start a different program and let PM go and rest, because when he's here, he will not focus so much on what he's doing.
No, if somebody asks a very thought-provoking question, that one will wake PM up to come and help us out.
No, you all can continue. I'm not listening. So just notify me when you are done, so I will off it. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Let's stay. Let's stay then. So please, everyone should come to the mic now. The mic is open. The mic. Ben Chooks, over to you. Ben Chooks, over to you.
Honorable, but my question is PM will answer
is not here now. You are aware that PM is not here. So, Sonny, bring your question to Sonny, and or maybe
so. PM is not going out today.
PM just throw the ban on you. Well, let's wait for another day.
All right, switch the mic to another person. Akuko, over to you.
How to go to late now? Achọ m ike na ọbata obi ọpụgonu now. My minister, Sonny, I greet you. My minister, Vam Vam Vam, I greet. I just come in to greet Obatobie one. I kenekwe atukwane ya eze abata n'obi. Now the reason because eze abata n'obi touched m. In fact, o metụtara m nnọọ because mgbe ahụ ọ kọwara ihe gbasara ọdịnala anyị, our tradition, who we are. I will not the before. In fact, I just hear the dance. Because it's a long time I want to hear this kind of thing. I want to know who I am and I want to know my identity. Because our identity is very, very important. If you know your identity, honestly, you lose nothing. Abatobia, you're a great man. That's why I call you Ezabata Nobi, because when you enter inside Obi, everything ends. You bring us together, you give us our tradition, you let us know who you are, who we are. Ezabata, God bless you for this wonderful teaching that you teach us this night, because I know some of us don't know about this tradition. This is our past tradition that I pray that everything will come back again. Honestly, I pray seriously that when Biafra come, let us go back for our back tradition. I know that we can grab all the traditions, but the most important one, the one who shows us who we are, the one who make us who we be today, we must go back we must go back. Onya ganjizi ga-azụta obere oyibo ma nsogbu
You have done it.
ekene ngabata obieme Chukwu okike abịa ma continue to bless you.
He said,
Guide you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wally sister, they greet.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable
Yeah,
Atuko.
Honorable Sonny.
Yes, Benchooks.
Yes.
We have many people in the house, so it's not going to be you speak. So you speak, you release the mic, another person comes.
Yes, just one thing I just want to throw out what PM highlighted this evening about the question he answered about the Pan-Africanism. I love it so much because the guy who asked that question, everywhere he goes in space, he's Pan-Africanism like Ezekiel. He's not talking anything about Pan-Africanism. But it impressed me so much how PM just put everything to the end of this. And I can't see him. He just disappeared immediately again. Because I know the answer he gave to him, he didn't like it. I'm fighting for Biafra.
Benchooks, hold on. We should not misunderstand some things. When you check out the way different freedom fighters have fought their freedom, you see that they are not using the same formula. Mm-hmm.
This is antagonized question he asked.
Hold on. If this brother has been preaching about Pan-Africanism, he's also creating awareness. So that is one awareness on its own. And then the Biafran government under this prime minister is using a different formula to restore this Biafra. And if you check those that have fought for this Biafra before, they use a different formula as well. So you don't need to do everything the same way others have done, and then you must get the result. So don't criticize whoever is using his own different pattern to do his own or whatever message is passing there. Many of us here in the media, when we host programs, you may not have the same narrative like another person have. That is your own school of thought, yes. But when we put all of them together, you get a final result that will all take us to one place, freedom at the end. So everyone is entitled to his or her own opinion, but we should also just support them with whatever they are able to throw to the table, because all of them will contribute to taking us to where we are. Thank you so much. Let us not downplay everyone's effort or anyone's effort, because
Thank
he's
you.
doing a lot from his own end and your own end also. So putting all of them together, we have a good result. Okay, we have our minister, Otunwamanya, your hand is up.
Yes, so thank you, the minister, honorable minister. I greet you, Your Excellency, the Prime Minister. I greet you from my end. I see our COS. Good evening, honorable minister. Greetings, every honorable minister in the house. I greet all of you. Yes, a quick one, because today, listening to these criminals space, one man by a name, he said his name is Evaristus Odenikeze. This man said he served in the U.S. military, and that he's going to write. He put up a threat that he's going to write to the Secretary of State in the U.S. to dissolve under Joe Biden. He's going to write to them to dissolve our government, BRG, and he said everything that our Prime Minister is not able to have or register this government in Europe. That is why he registered it in Maryland. This man today was saying all manner of things that he's going to make sure that he wrote and sent.
Please stop stop repeating the nonsense that an idiot talks about. I didn't hear
No,
that.
I just want to put this in. I want to
No,
put it here
no, no,
because
no,
I'm
no, no, no.
waiting for
Don't
him.
stop laying emphasis on
I'm
the.
waiting for this man. And if
Otunwamoya, please 1 minute. Don't lay emphasis on the narrative of an idiot. You understand? That's such a fellow. I didn't hear such a narrative, but you know that that person is an idiot. There's nowhere
yeah,
our government is that we are not registered. Even in Europe, everywhere we have a liaison, we are registered there. And so when an idiot is talking, you don't bring that narrative and talk about it. You just ignore a fool and talk about it. If you want to address him, and they don't bring out his thoughts and what he said and begin to
I
make it
want
look
to,
like what
I
he
want
said
to,
was making sense.
I
Yeah.
want to put it on record and let Biafrans know that after we wait for this man and nothing happened, we will go all out. We will come
Who
all
is
out
going
for
to?
him.
Who are you going to
I'm
wait
telling you.
for him? Why are you talking like this, Otunwamai? You want to
No,
wait
I'm
for
gonna wait.
him and nothing happens when you know that he is an empty
No, when he
vessel.
said he's gonna dissolve our government, and I'm waiting for him. So
Go ahead, then what happened? Then wrong because
so the enemies, they should know that we are listening to them and we are counting steps. Every step you make and whatever you are doing, knowing that what we are doing is in him more. Mind what you say against this government. Be warned, because our PM don't find you, but if you find our PM, you will go down. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Otunwamoya. If you had listened to what my minister Vam 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 said, that guy is a buffon. And a buffon is someone that is domiciled in America and does not know that America is the one commanding everything in this planet Earth for now. Look at NATO. When you look at what is happening in NATO, decisions of how weapons will be used, who weapons will be given, who is to be defended, it is America that takes the highest decision before it is disbursed and before it is now stipulated on how it is to be used. So if he sees our office in America, the headquarters in America, and does not know the significance of us having that office there, then he is the biggest fool of this century. And then he has not seen the moves and the meetings of the congressmen and the Speaker of the House of America and everything that the lobbyists are doing. Those are not people that we should even be wasting our time on. But the media is hereby advised any animal coming out from left, right, center, you have to give them woto woto. Don't messy anybody. Starting from anyone that is telling you that his father and mother owns Biafra, his son and husband owns Biafra, that she is the law, or she is the mother queen or father queen of Biafra. Let them know that that time and those years have come and gone. That men are dying and defending motherland. So you cannot sit at the comfort zone somewhere speaking nonsense and then tell us you are this or that. So we move. Thank you so much, my honorable. We come to David Nana. Over to you.
Thank you so much, my honorable minister, Sonny Akparawa, the best minister of information that we have ever had. I also appreciate your presence, Deputy Minister of Information, and wonderful people and lovers of freedom. I also extend my greetings to the honorable ministers of our government that are here as well. I appreciate everyone. Yeah, although I had a question for our Prime Minister, unfortunately, he's not here. Let me make my contribution. I want to say that I'm so much impressed by the way our Prime Minister responded to the, to the information, false information making around the social media about the proposed sit at home tomorrow. It's very, very important. Our Prime Minister is so vast in knowledge. That information has to go wide because of the name that was attached to it. And what name is that? Biafra government. That Biafran government, what it means is that the Biafran people have so much embraced their government, so much love their government, that whatever they feel the government says, it will stand. Because I got a lot of calls from homeland. When our Prime Minister makes some submissions, we have to pass it around in the homeland. And when they get some informations that they did not hear from us, they have to confirm. So a lot of people call to know actually what is the stand of the government. And I said, our Prime Minister will come online today to debunk whatever, to give the real direction on what should be happening and what should not be happening. But for the fact that these people capitalize on our government to issue out orders where they know that the Biafran people will listen to is also a plus for us. If Biafran people, like our Prime Minister said, decide to sit at home tomorrow, it's because they thought it was coming from our government. If they decide to go to their various wards, it's because our Prime Minister have already issued an order on that. There was no sit at home that is coming from the government of Biafra. That is so important, coming out to debunk it or say no, we have a kind of, a ripple effect. But the way our Prime Minister responded to it, I want to give him kudos. This is the best Prime Minister of our time, and I want to use this opportunity to appreciate him for what he has done. He has been able to change the dynamics when it comes to freedom. As I'm talking to you right now, Biafra land is very much happy with the actions, with the activities of our government. The protection of our people is very much known in Biafra land. Our people are so much happy about what is happening. And we are waiting for the redeclaration of Biafra for people to understand actually that the Biafra land is under the control of the government of Biafra, because the restoration of Biafra will be able to restore the lost glory that Nigeria have taken away from us. So I really so much appreciate what the government is doing. And I say kudos to all the Biafrans, especially the government cabinet members who are working assiduously to make sure that Biafra is restored. And I use this medium as well to remind each and every one of us of what the government is doing to restore our nation. Embrace the special IOU loan. Very, very important. And you will be very happy and glad that you did, because our government will be able to recognize your contributions towards it when it matters most. Thank you so much, my ministers, as I hand down from here.
Thank you, Mazi. Please, there are two hands that are up, but I'm curious to hear from Baron Ajike. Can you pick the mic? Where have you been, my brother? I was, some people have been asking me about you. Where have you been watching Eke? Baron, well, I think his network is not. Baron, can you